Because women, our mountains are far.
Tell your brothers and friends so. I guess Hi guys, and welcome to today's vlog. As you can see in the title, today is about relationships. We are starting off our relationship series. Guys, as some of you might know, some of you might know, I'm still trying to find, the right person and all that. And I've been trying to for a very long time now. But this year, I said this 2022 will not pass me by. And as luck will have it, Dr. Bob Manuel just released a new book, The Realities of Relationship, Finding the One. And because your girl, I'm very serious about this, I decided that instead of talking, I'm going to sit down with that book and read it so that I will get my own one. So guys, that's why you're here, because you're following me on this journey. Especially for today, guys, we have with us Dr. Bob Manuel.
Hi, thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you so much, Dorcas. In fact, thank you for coming here because she's going to help me out. I've read chapter 5 of Realities of Relationships, Finding the One, and it's about traits and characters that one has that is either hindering you from finding a good relationship or hindering you from being in a good relationship for a long time. And so that's what we are going to discuss in this video. So Dorcas, I hope that's what chapter 5 is about, right?
Yeah. So actually, chapter 5 is both talking about anti-relationship traits and red flags. Red flags are not exactly the same as anti-relationship traits. Okay. So red flags are like danger signals. When you see red, like that danger sign, you want to run away. So when you see red flags in a relationship, it's like, don't go there. Like, don't move on with that relationship. Then anti-relationship traits are like things that pop up in the relationship that you can choose to tolerate, but would definitely pose a problem in the marriage. That is, if you progress the marriage, or they could destroy the marriage. They could cause your relationship not to progress to marriage. So basically, in this chapter, I discussed a lot of things, starting with let me start with the anti-relationship traits.
Sorry, Doctor. Sorry to interrupt you. So what I'm hearing, because I'm about taking this thing very personally. I don't know about you guys, but this book is going to be with me to the end of this year, because this year is my year. What I'm hearing is that what you're teaching in this chapter is the things that if I see while I'm talking with somebody, I should run.
Yes.
Separate. Those ones are red flags. Then anti-relationship traits, things that are not so nice about a person, in the relationship, and things I can also work on, because I'm all about working on myself too. Because there must be a reason why I've not found the one. So I'm actually here to look inward and change some things about myself. So that's what we are learning today.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you start with the red flags?
Okay, I think we should start with the anti-relationship traits.
Okay, let's go.
So for the anti-relationship traits, I'll start with comparisons. Okay. Like if you're with a partner that always compares you with somebody else, they make you to get to a point where it's more like you're not good enough. If you feel that you want to be with your ex, my dear, go back to your ex. Right? Don't try to change me into who I'm not, because they don't get to see you. It's an anti-relationship trait. That's something to work on. Another thing could be disrespect, right? Yes, everybody needs respect, but for the men, respect is a big deal. Like, love is to a woman what respect is to a man. That's the reason why a man is married to a woman, he's cheating with his secretary. Once they meet somebody that respects them, it strikes a form of connection, right? That's the reason why if you're in a relationship with somebody and the person constantly disrespects you, if you just meet the first person that shows you respect, you start falling in love. Like, you will not be able to help. So if you're in a relationship with a lady and the lady doesn't respect you, like she talks to you anyhow in public and all the sorts, you want to check, can I deal with this in marriage? Because if there's anything that's going on in your relationship that you cannot tolerate in the relationship, you don't want to tolerate it in marriage, you need to deal with it. Because most of the times I discover that people just sweep it under the carpet.
Yeah.
And she will change, but no, nothing changes until you intentionally
Change something.
work on them.
Okay.
Yeah, so another thing I would like to talk about is fault finders. Oh my god.
Fault finders.
Fault finders, you can never do anything good in their eyes. Like everything you do, you can't please them. They, especially when they start complaining about things that you can't change. Oh, I don't like your complexion. Yeah, I don't like your height. Your nose is too big. Like, if you're complaining about something I can adjust, we'll understand. It's not outrightly wrong to speak to your spouse about, or your partner about something you don't like. But fault finders, they only pick on what you're not doing right. They don't even look for a way to help you. Because, I mean, why are you partners if you will not help this person through that journey? And I'm very particular about this when it comes to weight and all for ladies.
Thank you.
For some ladies, once you get married, there are just some changes that can happen in your body that if you don't have a man that can appreciate you and help you through the journey, the depression alone of being compared to other women can be a form of emotional abuse, which is a red flag.
Okay.
But we're gradually going to the red flag. So he's complaining about your tummy is too big. Is he willing to register you in the gym? Is he willing to encourage
What about him? What is the size of his own tummy?
The 218 anyway. But many a times when people complain of something of that sort, on their own end, they may be good at it, and they're saying that you're lagging behind. But the right approach should be, babe, how can I help you?
Sorry, I feel like I should just mention, as we are listening to these anti-relationship traits, we shouldn't just listen to it as these are the traits my partner has. You should look inward, because that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking, okay, when I say, because there are a lot of people I've been talking to, and I will now say, this thing, I don't like this thing about person. Am I even trying to say, okay, can we do this together? I just realized that I don't do that. I only pick out their faults and I now X them. And this is why I'm where I am. These are all of the reasons. So yes, I'll actually try and do that. I'll say, okay, on Saturdays, instead of doing this, let's go and walk around. Let's go and do something like this. So I'm actually learning.
One major anti-relationship trait is poor communication or lack of communication. I mean, communication does it makes a bulk of what partners do together. So if you're in a relationship with somebody and the person is not communicating, or is not communicating the right way, is an anti-relationship trait. So let me give, for example, when the lady wants to talk to the guy, she talks down on him. She's talking, but she's not talking right. Or she's talking to him, and when she's talking to him, she doesn't care about her tone. She's just talking, she's just nagging. That's a wrong trait.
Yeah, communication skill.
Yes, so it's very important. Some ladies have complained to me, oh, anytime he's going through stuff, he doesn't talk.
Men, they just clam up. They don't talk.
Yes, a lot of guys do. But the truth is, the way men process things is different from women. When women go through stuff, they want to talk about it. It helps them, unburden.
Yeah.
But for men, they want to isolate. But you must be able to create a balance. She's worried that she doesn't know what's up with you. So after taking some time, not all the time, come out and talk to her, right? So into the red flags of relationship. I have a lot of cases of people talking about abuse. Even people that are talking about it, some of them
are actually
they are being abused. And people ask me, why can't they just come out
speak up and leave that space
of that relationship? There are a lot of reasons. Anyways, for some persons, they came from families where these abuse were going on. Yeah, so they somehow adjusted to it. They see it as normal. So that's the reason why they can cope with it. But if you're in a relationship and the guy is hitting you, my dear, run. It's a red flag, right? And then aside from physical abuse, there's also emotional abuse. Words.
This is not talked about enough. Emotional abuse.
And men suffer it the most.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Because women, our mouth is our So we say a lot of things, and we know that, especially when you have a good man,
he will not talk. He will not say anything. You just keep quiet.
So then, worst case scenario, they just step out. They just go out.
out.
You know, somebody said,
Try.
pastors will say, husband, don't hit your wife. People, social media say, husband, don't hit your wife. Then come to the house, the wife say, he's a man. I mean, he's a man.
Oh no.
So really, sometimes we are the cause of our problem, but that's not an excuse. You should not hit your wife.
Never,
you should
never.
not use words that, you know, that words are so powerful. It can cause somebody to be depressed. It can cause some persons to go to a point where they start having suicidal thoughts and things of that sort. So another red flag, very important, insecure partners. Oh,
okay, like people that keep calling you, where are you? Where are you?
they don't just call. They tell you, babe, you know, just let's change this call to video call. I want to say, okay, show me. You say you're in the salon, okay, show me around and stuff like that.
But where is the, you know, there's a line between being insecure and actually just because you care. Do you get you? I'm checking up on you. I'm checking up on you. How do I know when that kind of, you know, checking up on me has crossed the line? He also always wants to talk to me. I'm always trying to reach out to you. I always want to know where you are because I care. How do I know when that has crossed the line and it's no longer healthy?
Well, I think it starts from the heart.
Okay.
Right? I can call you because I genuinely want to check on you. But when I'm calling you with the intent of, I know he's with a girl. For the fact that he has not called me, I know he's with. And the truth is, you can't hide the way you feel for too long. Over time, the person will sense it in the very slight things you do, right? You could have just called. See, the bedrock of insecurity is lack of trust, and many a times
say it again.
the bedrock of insecurity is lack of trust. And many a times, I don't blame people. It's because their partner has actually broken their trust in the past. Right?
Maybe previous partners.
Yes. And that's
and
one
then
of
you
the...
see even men and women saying all men will still cheat. Like no matter what, you just accept your own. And so when you get married, just accept to get ready. People say that a lot.
The thing. All men are cheats. All men are scum. Have you tried all men? I just feel it's a regular statement people make, but I mean, you've not tried all men, so you can't say that for a fact. But the truth is, some of these red flags, there are things that some persons can cope with it.
Red flags?
Yes.
Wow.
Like, it's individual dependent. There are some women that know that their husbands are cheating on them and they don't care.
Actually.
So it's a red flag to me because I would not want to tolerate that. But for some other person, she has accepted it as a reality. She can even say, you know what, just cheat. Do it outside, don't bring it out, you get, right?
And then nobody's own is better, actually. All of us know what we are suffering. If we say it, and that's when you know.
But, well, if your husband, for example, is beating you and you have accepted it, maybe you started your relationship, be sure I'm buying a first aid box as your wedding gift. Because, of course, the truth is, whatever decision you make, you live with the consequences.
Or die.
That's the truth. So, aside from abusers, insecure partners, another red flag, isolators. These people try to isolate you from people that are already in your life. Like, they come into your life, they know you have friends, you have family, they try to isolate you from them. And like, they are very manipulative and very controlling. If you get married to that kind of person, when you get married, your mother cannot come and visit you. Your siblings cannot come and stay in the house. And I'm telling you, that kind of marriage is...
But some siblings and some mothers safe. You know, this is our African culture. You know, there is also a balance too, I feel. Because, I don't know, is the home meant for siblings and mothers and fathers to come and
No, but then, when you get married, there are times in your life you will need people.
Yes.
Especially, for example, you gave birth. You need your mother to be around. But I know of people that are in abusive marriage that the husband said, your mom is not coming, my mom is not coming. You deal with it. Yes, and such a person from the relationship, when I tried to probe, I discovered that this thing started from the relationship phase, but she didn't act on it. Now, somewhere in my book, I round up with this, somewhere in my book, I shared the story of a lady. So she chatted me up. She said that her story is similar to Osinachi, that the lady that just passed. That in her own marriage, that there was a day she was heavily pregnant.
Okay.
The husband was driving. They were coming back from church or somewhere. He pushed her out of the car.
The moving car.
Yes, with her pregnancy. She said there was a particular day she was still pregnant. He beat her. She thought she was dead. Like he hit her and pushed her down the stairs. She said when she got to the ground, she thought she was dead because she was there for a couple of minutes before she got herself. She then came back to the room, packed some of her things, and ran away. But then she was chatting me up. Guess what? She wants to go back to him. And I was trying to find out why. When I started probing, I discovered that in the initial phases of the relationship, I asked her, did you see these traits? She said from the very first day. She needed IT space somewhere, and he offered to give her the IT space. He was like, okay, come over to Abuja, I'll give you IT space. She went, and when they got there, she said from the first day, where she kept her shoe, and she entered inside, I was like, why did you keep your shoe? He slapped her. But she felt like she really needs this IT space, so she stayed. Right? And this continued. Of course, if you tolerate something in a relationship, just know that you put up with it through marriage. Don't expect that the person will suddenly
So we should always have our standards. So Sonia keeps saying, Sonia, my friend, keeps saying that your standards are too high. Your list is somebody cannot meet it. But that's what Dorcas is saying. She said I should have my standards. Do you get right?
I think when people say standards are too high, when people say he must have limousine, Lamborghini.
Dorcas, we just said that we should always keep our standards. At least for these red flags. These red flags should not be something that we even toy with.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm actually enjoying this, but I don't want the time for the video to run too long. So can we round up?
Yeah. Okay, so just to wrap up our conversation, if you're in a relationship where you're noticing some of these traits, because of time, we couldn't exhaust all the anti-relationship traits and red flags, but in the book you get a comprehensive discussion. I was really detailed about some of these things. If you're in such a relationship, please think twice about it, because when you get into that marriage, you find it more difficult to speak to people, right? It's easier to speak about what is happening in your relationship to someone, but once you get married, it's difficult. I tell you the truth, it's very difficult. You go through stuff and you try to endure. You try to put up a smile even though you're going through pain within. If any married person opens up to tell you whatever they're going through in their marriage, just know that whatever it is they told you has been eating them up for a long time. So please, now that you have the time, please step out of that relationship, or at least take a break and assess this relationship. Is this something I can cope with in marriage? Can I put up with this for the rest of my life? If you can't, please break up. A broken relationship
is better than a broken marriage. Guys, I just want to let you know that Dorcas will be continuing with me, on this journey of finding my own one. Her book is going to be something I'm going to be using a lot. I might film more of our discussions, I might not. But guys, just know that this year is my year. You can get ready for me, because I'll come up here. I'll come up here and I'll let you guys know that it's going good once it starts to go. You get? So thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you.
Please like, and then I will let you know in the description box how you can get this book and how you can also help yourself the way I'm helping myself, because we need to be serious now. You get? So please like and subscribe to this channel, and please come back for more. Bye guys.
Bye.